Hello my friend, I am Anmol Srivastava. Welcome to my YouTube channel that is The Changing Life. And he is my friend that is Harshit Srivastava. Today friends, we are going to discuss on the topic that is climate change and its impacts on the world economy. So as my friend, today the climate change is a major issue. It's a major problem all over the world. And countries are facing a lot of challenges to reduce the carbon cutting, to reduce the climate change, and to curb the impact of a climate change. So that is a major global issue that has become a global issue in today's scenario. So climate change means the change that occurs in the climate systems. When the system of climate that is being changed for past few decades or millions of years, so that can result in a climate change. Climate change actually results from when there is a change in a atmosphere, when there is a change in a biosphere, when there is a change in a you can say that layers of atmosphere, or change in a exosphere, or the layers of a ocean also. So that can result in a climate change. So what are the impact of the climate change we are seeing today? That most of the countries, especially the countries which are landlocked by the water bodies from all the three or four sides, which are like islands, like Maldives. We can see that today the most of the portions of Maldives and other countries that is being totally sinking drowned in the water. It is because of a climate change. There are major areas, there are most of the areas where there was no rainfall at all, but now we can see the rainfall there. There are some areas which is famous for heavy rainfall every year, but today we can see that there is not any rainfall. There is a drought, and there is a extreme shortage of water. So these are the results of climate change. Some of the unexpected change that we can see in our weather patterns and climatic actions, like unexpected rainfall, unexpected seasonal challenges, or you can say that major cyclones and tornadoes that comes every year. So these are the results of climate change. Today you can see that the temperature is increasing day by day. In the past, if we compare from the past few decades, there was not such a high temperature during the month of May, June. But today you can see that the temperature crosses at least 45 or 57 degrees Celsius. So sudden rise in temperature is a result of a climate change, or it's a result of increases in the greenhouse gases, or you can say the diffusion of a ozone layer. So all these impact will directly impact not only in the individual health, but also in the health of our economy, or you can say that development of a country also. So I would like to ask the opinion of my friend regarding this topic.
Yes, surely the climate change is one of the major concerns of the today's life. Before coming to the major concern, I would like to introduce about climate change to make you familiar a lot. That climate change is basically a change in the weather conditions that is sustained up to the period of 2 to 3 decades or more over the millions of the year. That is the climate change. There was a time in the ancient time in the past few decades when the climate change was not so much rapid that we are facing today. So it is one of the major concern, and why we are facing today. According to the international census, about 50 in about 50 years, due to the human activity, it had played one of the major impact in the climate change, and that is why we are being facing a lot of climate change. There are very you can say unfamiliar situations that we do come across, as my friend Anmol has discussed, that where there is the need of an water rainfall there is not, and where the places that were famous for the drought, they are receiving the great rainfall. So it is what It is just actually the change in the climatic conditions, and how it happens and what is the mechanism behind it, that we need to understand thoroughly. And after understanding the mechanism of the climate change, we need to understand that what are the preventions, what are the control measures that the government and of different countries are taking and should have to take. And not only the government, but as a responsible citizen, it is our duty to take some of the measures that we would discuss in the later part of this video. So now I would want to say that climate change, as you already know, there is a major concern, and we are very familiar to the lot of causes. Some of them I do want to discuss, like the depletion of the ozone layer. Depletion of ozone layer has increased a lot of temperature. We are being responsible for the depletion of ozone layer too, because the smoke, the pollution that is being out from our vehicles, motor vehicles, the other things that are being responsible for that. Other thing that we need to understand, that due to smoking, due to the vehicles, due to the resources like coal and petroleum, we are burning day by day, and that produces a lot of smoke, and that produces a lot of contamination, and that contamination is actually results with some sort of a unfamiliar climate change that we are receiving. So what is your opinion about that?
Yeah, I also have a same opinion. I think what are the main gases that are mainly results in a change in a climate or increase in a global warming. That is carbon dioxide,
Yes.
carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, and all other the harmful gases and poisonous gases that is being released continuously by the industries, factories, or smoke coming from the vehicles, or the major source of climate change. That is the nuclear energy. Actually, the nuclear energy releases lot of smoke, lot of pollution. That's the major impact of a climate change.
Yes.
So actually, what happened that our the international body, or you can say that which set up two protocols. That is Montreal Protocol and other is Kyoto Protocol.
Yes.
Actually, Montreal Protocol that is being established to regulate the depletion of a ozone layer. But actually, the main gas which is responsible for depletion of a ozone layer, that is CFC,
Fluorofluorocarbons, yes.
that is mainly released from the air conditioner, from refrigerators, and you can say that
Aerosol sprays.
this is the gas which is very dangerous for our depletion of ozone layer. And due to this, most of the continents like Antarctica, that is being continuously reduced due to depletion of ozone layer. Temperature is increasing day by day. So that is the main result of a greenhouse gas. You can say that depletion of ozone layer. So another effort that is being put to set up a Kyoto Protocol. So actually, my friend, Kyoto Protocol that is being set up to reduce the greenhouse gases that I have told you, like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. These are the main gases which are continuously released by the various industries, vehicles, and they cause a sudden increase in the temperature during the upper layer of our atmosphere when it will get reflected by the sunlight. So that is the main result of a global warming. But what happened that none of the countries is taking so much effort to reduce the global warming, to take this challenge seriously, because most of the countries are only engaged in a trade wars or maintaining trade relations and maintaining the
Security systems.
political relations, security system. But I think there is very little effort that is being made by any countries to focus on this issue. Even our country also, like India, where there is a lot of scope, where there is a lot of seriousness that is being taken by the government to reduce the climate change. Means to have a contributing factor to reduce the climate change. So that is the main problem. Today you can see that there is a lot of pollution in our country
Yes.
as compared to our developed country. But it seems that government puts no effort, or it also seems that even the public and other other small bodies, they also take no effort to reduce the climate change. So actually what happens that most of the countries blame other countries for having a share in the climate change.
Yes.
For example, the two countries which are major responsible for our climate change, that is China and the United States of America. They are the two countries which are mainly responsible. In India comes afterwards. So these are the two countries. And one of the countries that I took name, that is Hungary. It is a country which is a major factor which have taken serious steps to reduce the global warming and to reduce the climate change by maintaining different things, by maintaining the by banning the diesel vehicle, or you can say that promoting electrical vehicles.
Yes.
So we should also do the same thing. Our country should also promote electrical vehicles. Our country should also establish more and more solar power plants to reduce the dependency on a coal-based electricity or nuclear-based electricity, and we should also implement a habit to use the consumption of a petrol and diesel as much as we can, as we could, and
Yes.
and we should also put some regulations on the industries and companies which emit lot of carbon dioxide during manufacturing process. So there should be a proper regulation which is being needed by our country also to take this action as a serious step.
Yes. Actually, it is the climate change has been one of the serious concern, and it is not a national concern. It is an international concern. Suppose you can say that if India is contributing its 100% to reduce the climate change, will the climate change, will the India's climate would not be affected by the change that would be held in the China? Yes, of course it will be held. So climate change cannot be happen without the contribution of all the nations, because it is a problem. It is a problem that is caused by the different countries. Lot of countries have to contribute to reduce this climate change. One cannot be able to make all the difference. So that difference can be made if all the country, like that was very successful, I will say, meetings that was held, like Anmol has told about the Montreal Protocol and about the Kyoto Protocol. So that too, you can say that two meetings was held, that was very successful in some of the steps that would be taken globally. Because if the global meetings and global concerns should be taken into the global form, then only lot of change can be seen. Because one country cannot be able to do all the things. There are various type of communities like SHARC, like BRICS, and lot of you can say communities in which there are different countries, almost 10 to 20 countries or more than of that. They are being mixed together, and if they are mixed together, they can be able to talk with each other. And if they can be able to talk with each other by the conferences, I think this concern is great enough to discuss in that meetings. And if this concern is great enough, they have to discuss about this topic, and not only the discussion should take, but also they would come through a clear cut conclusions. And when they cut from the clear cut conclusions, then only it would be able to provide some sort of good solutions. India is not alone in the fight against the climate change. All the countries are facing the such type of problems too. But as an individual, as a responsible citizen of my country, I want to share some of the steps that not only you but all the people, not only me but all the people should need to take. And after, I ensure that after taking these type of steps, the not drastic change cannot be occur within a single minute or single hour, but you will see a differences in the years. Some of them that I do want to discuss, like I have earlier discussed that reduction of the use of the motor vehicles. Try to use public transports. If don't use your personal vehicles unless it is required, because using the public transport will be not only productive to increase the income of the public transport holders, but also it would be able to reduce the pollution. reduce the movement of the vehicles. So it is one of the good method. Another method I would want to say to the addictors of smoking, that try to reduce and even try to get rid of from the bad habit of the smoking, because smoking anyhow contributes, somehow it contributes to the pollution level. So it is a greater concern, not only for your health but also for your environment, because you have to think that if the nature is giving a lot of things to you, isn't it your responsibility to give something to the nature? Is it yours? So try to leave the habit of the smoking, because your smoking will not be able to provide any type of productivity, not only inside yourself but also not for the society too. So you need to understand this point, that in leaving the bad habit of smoking. Another thing that I want to discuss is that reduction of the efficiency of the buildings. Increase of the efficiency of the buildings and the reduction of the emission of the heating and cooling. What happened, I would tell you that in nowadays, in the modern era, we are very familiar to the things like air conditioner, and air conditioner is continuously emitting the lot of hot air, lot of warmth to the environment, and that is actually harmful for them. Why? Because air conditioner is equipped with the chemicals. I would not say that government should ban the use of air conditioners, but I would want to suggest you that take a judicious and a limited use of it, so that not only you can be prevented but also for the society. It is for the sake of the society, for the sake of your house, for the sake of your nation. So you must need to understand some of these things to, as a responsible citizen, to do such type of things, because your efforts, your contributing efforts will make can make a lot of difference in the environment. And if they make a lot of difference in the environment, then definitely a change would occur, and you would not be able to face such type of problem which we are facing. Because you have to think that one of the major concern of the climate change in the decrease in the agricultural productivity, that is the productivity of food. Suppose in the rainy season, where some crops are being planted to have a great growth, and on that season if the drought occurs, what will happen? All the crops would get spoiled. So if the crops will get spoiled, how would you able to take the food? No, you can't. So your eating, your feeding, your food depends upon the climate change. This is one of the factors for the productivity of the agriculture. So you need to understand, if you want to take the food, you must be responsible enough to save your nature, to save your environment. Lot of efforts you can do to save your environment. Planting a trees can be one of the best method to save your environment. That I want to say. So public need to be understand, be aware, try to reduce, try to find the ways to reduce the pollution, and try to make the people aware around yourself. Then only you can be able to expect a greater society, a society for the better development, a society with a good environment conditionals. You don't need to have such type of things that is being happening now. And I would assure you that if you will do not only for the environment but also for your health, it would be beneficial, because this type of climatic change is providing harm to your body. They make you sick, they make some cause of respiratory problem. Pollution in the air causes a respiratory problem, like bronchitis, like asthma, and there are a lot of problems that you people are good enough to understand about it. So we need to control all these things, and our contributing efforts can only be able to have the contribution. That I want to say.
Actually, there is a lot of funding which is required to control the climate change. Actually, it involves the involvement of a developed countries like United States, Russia, Japan. The contribution of all these efforts, it requires contribution of the funds by all the countries, that is developed countries. Because developed countries can contribute more, because they have a lot of capital and wealth to contribute in the funds of to reduce the climate change. But what happened that these developed countries can able to provide lot of funds, but it is very difficult for these developed countries to reduce the climate change, because the actions and activities and operations that are involved in these developed countries are in a wide scale, in a large manner. So they cannot cut global warming for a large extent, because these developed countries are totally dependent on the oil economy. Oil economy, or you can say that these countries are totally runs on a petrol, diesel, or thermal, or production of electricity from a thermal power plant. Or these industry, or these you can say that these countries contains most of the industries. So that's why it was not very possible to cut the carbon emissions by these countries. So what happened that these countries can contribute to a lot of funds, but problem is not solved only for the contribution of money. It can only be solved by the taking necessary steps by each and every country to cut
Yes.
the carbon emissions. So because in other countries, because in other developed countries, there is also a problem of a climate change. Like United States and America, there every year there is a lot of floods, lot of cyclones and tornadoes that comes and take lives of many innocent people. Recently, there was a cyclone whose name that is Nisarg,
Sir, yes.
that came in West Bengal. So actually, this cyclone that came in West Bengal, India. So it is also a result of a climate change. Due to increase in our temperature, glaciers are melting day by day, and what happened that
Arctic is coming.
the level of waterfall that is increasing day by day from 1 meter, 2 meter to 3 meter.
Yes.
So it causes a sudden destruction, sudden disturbance in our ocean current. So these ocean current can cause you can say that sudden rising and falling in a storms and an earthquake also.
Yes.
So I mean to say that these natural calamities are also the major reasons for a climate change action. So actually, so what happened in order to reduce these calamities, we should take necessary steps to reduce the climate change. Because it involves the active involvement and coordination of each and every countries. Recently, there was a Paris climate change agreement that is being signed by most of the countries in the world. I think it has been signed by the 185 countries all over the world. But America did not participate. America did not participate in a Paris climate action. So I don't know why he did not participate, but it is, I think that the main reason why he did not participate, because he cannot cut the carbon emission by his country. He can provide a lot of fund, but he cannot cut the carbon emissions in a country. He cannot take a burden to reduce the climate change, to promote you can say the electric vehicles, or you can say to invest in a infrastructure to reduce the climate change. I think he cannot do. So that's why he did not participate in a climate change summit that is being held recently and signed by the most of the countries. And India do participate in all these summits to reduce the climate change, but only participation in summits and attaining these summits is not a result for this problem. We should also have to implement these actions and the decisions and policies that is being signed, that is being taken actively every year. So as to cut the greenhouse gases, because it's a major threat to our economy. Because what happens that if there will be no earth, if there will be no atmosphere, if there will be no climate, then how can we live? We cannot grow, we cannot develop. There were no industries, then there will be no economy that exists without a good climate. Whatever the air we take, it depends upon the climate actions, it depends upon the atmosphere which we are taking. It have a direct impact on our health also. In most of the, you can see that in China, what happens that there is a major problem of air pollution.
Yes.
Most of the people put masks on the faces, and most of the people they work in such a unhygienic and considered polluted atmosphere. And India also comes in that list. India also is one of the major polluted countries among our countries in the world. So we can see that how it affects our economy, how it affects our country also. So So just like we have a active involvement to support to contribute in the GDP of a country, just like we have active involvement to support to contribute the monetary compensation to what monetary benefit to our economy. We should also take parameters to judge the GDP by the climate change, because climate change is one of the important assets, one of the important issue of our country. If we can successful in reducing the carbon cut, if we would successful in reducing the climate change, then in actual way we can win. Then in actual way we got a victory. No country in today's scenario become rich. No country in today's scenario becomes so developed without without putting any reducing any climate change efforts and climate change action. So that is the main thing. Like most of countries that also do, like Japan, you can say that other countries also.
Yes.
And to reduce the climate change, we should also plant more and more trees. We should avoid the deforestation. We should also involve the purchase of a solar power plants, and to install in all the areas, in all the cities,
Use the renewable
to
resources.
use the renewable resources. So that's all. So these are the steps which we can be taken to reduce the climate change.
Yes. So thank you to all my listeners. Stay safe at your home and stay happy and keep listening to us too. Goodbye.
Good. Thank you.